In this tutorial, we'll look at how to create new documents using three very easy methods. The easiest of all methods here in Microsoft Word to create a new document is simply to press Control and hold, while you're holding down Control, tap on the N key, so Control N, and we have a new document. And in this new document, you can see that we're given the insertion point, which is this vertical flashing bar that you see here at the very first position in this new document. That insertion point is very important, and it'll always be with you as you work with Word documents, because wherever that thing is flashing, then whatever you type is going to go right there. So whatever you type will go here. And so if I were to add something after this, it would go right there. But if I clicked right here at the first of the line and started typing, it's going to go right there. If I click somewhere in the middle of the sentence or in the middle of a word, whatever you type is going to go there. The insertion point tells you where new text will be placed. Now, the second way I want to show you of creating a new document would be simply, instead of just using Control N, we go up to File and select New and select Blank Document. And it does exactly the same thing as Control N. It gives us a insertion point with a blank canvas. We can just start working from there. The third way I want to show you to create a new document is by using a template. So File, and we come down to New, and then down here we see a whole list of a whole gallery of templates that we could use. So here is one here that's very colorful. I'll select Create, and then that is brought into the Word document, and all I would have to do here is simply start replacing the text with whatever I wanted, and the colors would pretty much all stay the same. We can change those colors, of course, but this is how you create a new document from a template. Now keep in mind that when you create a new document from a template, that you can't just save the file, because if you save it, it will overwrite the template. In other words, that original template would be changed. And if you ever opened up that template again, it would have all of the changes that you had made. So whenever you're using a template, you want to make sure that you select File and Save As, so that we can give this a new name, save it to wherever we want it to be saved, and just give it a name, save it, and now this document no longer has that template file type. Now, the last way I want to show you for creating a new document, I'll just close this one with the template, and right here in the blank document, I'm going to go to, after I've created the new blank document, I'll click on Insert, and then over under the text group, I can find the option here called Object. I'll select it, and I want to make sure I select Text from a file. Whenever you have a file that contains text, you'll want to select this option. And then we're going to go and find the file that we want. So here in my OneDrive folder, I have a folder called Gutenberg Files. Gutenberg is a website where you can download public domain books. You can get all of the text from books that are no longer covered by copyright. And one of the ones I like to work with for teaching students is Charles Dickens' book called A Christmas Carol. And I have a file here that I've already begun to edit a little bit. And so I'll select it and insert that. And here is the entire text of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Now, just to show you a few simple little navigation tips, if I want to jump to the top of a document, first of all, notice down in the lower left-hand corner that this is 52 pages long, and it's 28,000 plus words. So I don't want to scroll through 50 some odd pages. So just clicking anywhere in the document, I press Control Home, and it jumps to the top of the document. if I want to go to the very bottom of the document, I'll press Control End, and it jumps to the very bottom of that document. So Control Home takes to the top, Control End goes to the bottom. In this document, you're going to see some words like endeavored and humor that have the squiggly red lines, which normally indicates a misspelled word. The reason you're going to see these for now is because the language that I have loaded in Word is American English. And this book was written in England, of course, and so we would need the English of the United Kingdom in order to check for these, what look like are misspellings, but they're really spelled correctly. Now, one of the things I'm going to do just to show you here is I'm going to click on the Home tab, and then there is a very important feature here in the paragraph group, and it's called, it looks like a backwards P. It's called Show Hide. Crazy name, but it's the Show Hide. When you click it, it's like a toggle. You click it and it turns on. Click it again and it turns off. And so I'm going to leave it on here. Now this shows all of the non-printing characters that are in the document. There's 4 types of non-printing characters in Microsoft Word, and those are hardline returns, softline returns, spaces, and tabs. So these are the 4 type of non-printing characters that will be displayed on the screen whenever we click on the toggle button here for Show Hide. And so down through here you can see where there are hard returns, and you can see anywhere there are soft returns. A hard return is indicated by that paragraph symbol. Anywhere you press the Enter key, you're going to get a hard line return. And you can just take those out by backspacing. A soft line return is indicated here. For instance, here in this table of contents, originally I had these 5 lines showing as 5 different paragraphs. But what I did, that was like that, this one was like this, and so on. And what I did was simply come in here and take out the hardline return, and then by holding down the Shift and Enter key, then it inserts a soft line return, which gives me new text on a new blank line without inserting all of the extra space like you see in this area here that is caused by using the formatting that comes with paragraphs. So I'm just going to hit Shift and Enter and create a soft line return. Now a Tab key would be shown like this. If I press Tab, you're going to see the tab jump over. If I click here, you're going to see all of the different tabs that I'm entering. The little arrow indicates that I'm pressing the Tab key. Now, blank spaces are identified by the little dots that you see here, like between in and this. So if I scroll down, I know that there is something down here, right here on page 6. And this is the way it comes out of the Gutenberg website. I'm going to turn the Show Hide off, and all of a sudden here I see this line right here, and it looks like it's not formatted, it's not aligned left, it's not aligned right. So what is this thing? So if I click the Show Hide, you can see that whoever formatted this document at Gutenberg, they stuck in a whole bunch of blank spaces. So if I can just take those blank spaces out, then you can see it like that. Okay, so this is how to insert text from a document, and then how to use the Show Hide in order to find where all of the hard returns, soft returns, blank spaces, and tabs are entered into the document. And we'll learn a lot more about how to use these things as we move on. And we're eventually going to format all of this A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. When we get through with it, we'll actually have a book.